Hello everybody, it's Rebecca. I'm here to do the Courtship Tag today. This tag was created by Leia over at Hi I Love Books, and it's a lot of fun. I was tagged by Angelica over at Mercury Calling, so I am excited to do this tag, but it's a long one, so we're gonna get going. Alright, the first question, Phase 1, Initial Attraction, a book you bought because of the cover. Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore, and I forget who it's by, but it's going up here because I don't have it in front of me. It's at school. I bought this originally on my iPad, and I was reading it because I read it for book club, and then I found out that the cover glows in the dark. What? So I just had to buy it because that is amazing. So I don't have it here to show you, and I'm so sad that I can't, but it's at school, on my bookshelf at school, so my kids can read it. But it's really, really, really cool because it glows in the dark. Phase 2, First Impressions, a book you bought because of the summary. I chose Life After Life by Kate Atkinson, and let me just read you the summary very fast. What if you could live again and again until you got it right? On a cold and snowy night in 1910, Ursula Todd is born, the third child of a wealthy English banker and his wife. She dies before she can draw her first breath. On that same cold and snowy night, Ursula Todd is born, lets out a lusty wail, and embarks upon a life that will be, to say the least, unusual. For as she grows, she also dies. Repeatedly, in any number of ways. Ursula's world is in turmoil, and she faces the unspeakable evil of the greatest war in history. What power and force can one woman exert over the fate of civilization, if only she has the chance? Right? Right? Yeah, exactly. Phase 3, Sweet Talk, a book with really great writing. Going Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. It's beautifully written, it's easy to read, the way that the story weaves and bobs all around and ties all of these characters together over 3 different periods of time, like interweaving back and forth. It's amazing and beautiful and perfect. And I have been sweet talked. Phase 4, First Date, a book of a series which made you want to pursue the rest of the series. I'm gonna go with Percy Jackson by Rick Riordan. I was recommended this book by my best friend a few years ago, and I was like, are you kidding? Are you kidding? But I did it, and I read the first one, and then I immediately went and bought all the other ones because I could not finish them. So, while most series that I finished, it's because the first book made me really want to finish it. I could also say, like, Cinder, I just read that one, and now I went and bought the other 2. Harry Potter, duh. All the other ones. Chronicles of Narnia, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, like every book series, I want to read it because the first book is amazing. So, but I'm going to go with this one because I was really skeptical about this one at first, and then I loved it. Phase 5, Late Night Phone Calls, a book that kept you up all night. The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. If it didn't keep you up all night, then you read it wrong. Because A, it kept me up all night reading it because I couldn't stop, but B, it kept me up all night because I was like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Right? Right? Oh, and this is another one that I could have said I wanted to read the entire series because of. So, oops. Phase 6, Always on My Mind, a book that you just can't stop thinking about. And I just talked about this in my Top 5 Wednesday, but I'm gonna do it again, and it's The Circle by Dave Eggers because, yeah, I just can't, I don't know what to think about it because, like, it's a really good book, but I can't stop thinking about the messages and the themes in this book and where the world is going, and it's going here, and it's scary, and yeah, I can't decide if it's good or bad, and it's good, and no. Phase 7, Getting Physical, a book in which you really like the way it feels. I chose Atlantia by Ali Condi. A, I mean, it's so pretty, but B, it's just soft. It's like really silky smooth. Enough of that. Phase 8, Meeting the Parents, a book in which you would recommend to friends and family. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I pretty much, when I finished reading this, I was like, everybody, here you go, here you go, here you go, please read it now, because it's so good. So this is one that I definitely will always recommend to people. Phase 9, Thinking About the Future, a book or series in which you will read, you're gonna read multiple times in the future. And again, no Harry Potter, so I went Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. It's such a fantastic story. All of the books in them are, and I know that I'll be reading this to kids when I have them, and I know I'll just be reading it again for fun. So I definitely, like, this one is so fantastic. All of the books in it and the whole series. I mean, it's so big because it's all of them. But it's so pretty and fantastical and magical that I know I'll be reading it for some time to come. Phase 10, share the love. Who would you like to tag? And I am going to tag Emma from Emma Reads and from Emma Reads, both of them, because why not? I'm gonna tag Janessa from Thoughts from Nowhere, and I'm gonna tag Elena from Elena Reads Books. So if you've already done this tag, I tried to check to make sure you hadn't, but maybe somebody else has tagged you, I don't know. But if you haven't already done this tag, then please feel free to please do this tag. If you have already done it or you've already been tagged, then I'm just re-tagging you because I want to, and you're cool, and I want to know what you think. So yeah, tell me what you thought about this tag, and go check out all of these people's channels that I just talked about because they're all awesome. And that's it from me. My hat's falling off. That's it. Ooh. And that's it from me. And I'll see you next time.